Guys, Nuit from Projekt Alternative and Projekt Perfumery India in part 2 of our introduction to alternative, Projekt Alternative, or the alternative scents. I'm going to talk about our future releases. You have seen the bottle of Alexa in the presentation. It's mind-blowing and we're going to be maintaining the same standards throughout for sure. But before that, we'll be testing out some of the fragrances in 30 ml trial packs or promo packs where you can buy these 30 mls for $9.99 because these are decants, and we will be gathering a lot of feedback. We'll be sending a lot of samples with every purchase of the other alternatives, and based on that we're gonna release them in 100 ml full presentation. So I'm gonna take a quick overview of top 10 alternatives. Number 1 was Alexa. We have already spoke about it. The next alternative we are planning next is called Rouge 666. You guys can see the logo. This is not the final one, but soon this will be final. You see, right, this is the logo here. This is how the Rouge 666 looks like. I'll tell you the inspiration. Inspiration behind the design is Iron Maiden, number of the beast 666, and Rouge, Baccarat Rouge 540. We have made Rouge 666. And the board is very similar to Root 666, though this is Rouge 666, so that is the similarity. This is alternative for Baccarat Rouge by MFK. This is our second alternative, Rouge 666. Right now 30 ml available for $999, and the quality of the juice is mind-blowing, not less than anything. I think except for Baccarat Rouge itself, nothing would come close to it. There's one more scent, Casino Royale by Dua Fragrances. That would come close to it for sure because, again, they have been doing from a very long time. So, again, I'm a fan of Massam's work. He inspires me a lot. And Casino Royale, of course, is one scent which is better than this. Second, that also we are stockists for it. And second is the Baccarat Rouge itself. So, this is third to none. Trust me, guys. This is Rouge 666 by Projekt Alternative, which is alternative of Baccarat Rouge. Second is called Barong de Bali. You would have, this is little tricky one to guess. Right now, I'll tell you this loin character, you see the correct character here? You would see a lot whenever you visit Thailand, Indonesia, or Singapore. You would see this lion face. And this is basically a fork figure there. Right, so this one is Barong de Bali. The figure is called Barong. The artwork inspiration. De Bali means from Bali. Bali is the capital of Indonesia. So this is the alternative of Indonesian Oud by Xenia. It's getting tough to, it used to be one of my favorite scents. If you guys go back and see my top 10 Oud scents, Indonesian Oud was ranked in it. But after it's been almost a year, even I was not able to get a bottle of it. So the whole idea of Projekt Alternative is to remake those scents or get those scents available easily, which you won't find otherwise. For Indonesian Oud, I always used to have say 6-7 bottles in my stock, but then suddenly it's gone. People are asking me for Indonesian Oud. So that is where after Aventus Baccarat Rouge, the third one is Barong de Bali. That is Barong from Bali, Indonesia, and which is inspiration, which is inspired from Xenia Indonesian Oud. Guys, this thing is oud with citruses. It's a very unique combination, and it smells really rich and quality scent. If you guys you want to start getting into oud but you're afraid whether it will be too animalic, too fecal on the face, try this one out. This one is so unlike oud. It's so comforting. Oud is also comforting. I won't deny it's everybody's taste. Some like on the face strong oud. Some people like freshies, citruses. This is somewhere between both of them. This is Indonesian Oud inspiration, Barong de Bali from Projekt Alternative. That's the third one. The fourth one, a lot of you would be already excited because this is one scent everybody want to have in their collection. At the same time, it's a limited production and it cost around 15,000 rupees converted from AED to INR. It cost 15,000 rupees for 75 ml. Even though people are willing to pay that amount, they still have to wait because they are not made in that number. We're talking about Safari Extreme by Abdul Samad Al Qureshi, and our next alternative, which is called Tiger Blend, inspired from Safari Extreme by Abdul Samad Al Qureshi. And guys, trust me, this one is the real addition, real value addition to the entire ecosystem. Every frag lover who is into Middle Eastern houses, they have this gem with them. They have either they have it or they want to have it. For both of them, this is targeted for both of them. If you have Tiger Blend, this one is a slightly more floral version of it. The opening is slightly more floral and very catchy. We have tweaked it a little bit, and the tweak is for good. This is Tiger Blend. If you were planning to have Abdul Samad Al Qureshi Safari Extreme, if you're planning to buy it, or it was in your wish list but too expensive, or it was in your wish list but you never got access to it, even after you were willing to pay full price, Tiger Blend is for you. The bottle design is also in process. This is going to be our next release. After that comes the most loved alternative. It's called Grand Nuit. Grand Nuit, we are thinking about changing it a little bit because this deserves a much more catchy name and presentation. This is inspired from my St. Francis Cruikshank's Grand Soir. Grand Soir again had a similar availability issue like Tiger Blend, plus the pricing. And the my St. Francis Cruikshank are typical, I mean, the most chic European fragrances. So again, they do not last as long. 6-7 hours is peak because that is what their weather, their condition requires. But this one goes good straight 12 hours plus. I have this scent is actually been made. The Grand Soir means grand evening. We made slightly more richer version of it. We named it Grand Night. So this is the scent of occasion. If anybody comes to my store and says, hey Mohit, I'm getting engaged, I'm getting married in last 3 months, I've only suggested them this. This is called Grand Nuit. So this is your special occasion scent. You can't be ignored if you are wearing it, and it's gonna give you that happy vibe. It is amber based scent. The whole aura around you will brighten up like this. This is like, so this is without this, and you see the color of this. You put it on, you spray it, and this is how the environment becomes. It brightens up the environment. This is so warm, cozy. Trust me guys, this is for your special day. If you're one who is getting engaged, who is planning to get married, or they have their big day, this is the scent of the occasion. This is called Grand Nuit by Projekt Alternative, recommended and approved. All of them are approved by me because I'm the one I haven't made them. I'm not the perfumer. I won't say that. I'm a perfumologist where I gather your requirements and suggest a fragrance accordingly. And I've taken your requirements. This time I haven't implemented into the sales process. This time I've implemented them into the manufacturing process. So I love my job, guys. Next one is, let's talk about designer alternatives now. The first designer alternative we did was UZ1. Look at the color and you would know what I'm talking about. UZ1 is nothing but Mugler's Ultra Zest alternative. Again, Ultra Zest was also getting harder to spot day by day, so we did this. But this juice, the whole ingredient, we found it with one of the very popular guys, traditional guys in Mumbai. I think this was probably of no use to him. So Shaurya bought this oil version around 2.5 years back when Ultra Zest came out, and he just kept it aside. So one day we were just discussing that which alternative should we go for, which fragrances are not easy to get now or have been badly reformed. So he said, Mohit, I bought once Ultra Zest and Spice Bomb from Sohail Bhai. Sohail Bhai is the second generation perfumer or the traditional artist of MD Ayub and Sons in Mumbai. So this was stocked. He bought it from MD Ayub and Sons in Mumbai. So he suddenly hit him like, Mohit, there was one Ultra Zest I bought from Sohail Bhai. Let me call him. He said, okay, we have it. So we went there at Sohail Bhai's shop, and I said, okay, Sohail Bhai, I want the entire pack of it. So it comes in a 1 kg pack. So what he did, and he got it on request of Shaurya only 3 years back. So we just measured it. So Shaurya bought around 40 ml of it 3 years or 2 years back, and then we measured the entire thing, and there was exactly 960 grams left. So guys, 40 grams Shaurya bought 3 years back, rest 960 we bought after 3 years. So that juice was untouched, not even a drop was sold, and that was actually waiting for us. So you guys, it's the destiny. The Ultra Zest juice was waiting for us for 3 years. So we went there and grabbed it. So I was literally surprised when we got the precise quantity. That time I realized this was actually meant to happen, right? This is used one, which is alternative of Ultra Zest. Ultra Zest gives 5-6 hours. This one is straight off 9-10 hours, guys. This is our first designer alternative. The second designer alternative is 21 guns. 21 guns. I'll tell you the inspiration behind it. So the perfume this is inspired from, actually is a weapon, and that's a little bit more into the warfare army. That is spice bomb. That's the hand grenade. That's in shape of hand grenade. So we made 21 guns, which is actually the niche version, much richer version, much potent version of Spice Bomb by Victor and Rolf. Spice Bomb by Victor and Rolf, again, pretty tough to spot, pretty tough to find. Plus the performance has gone down, of course, because a bottle gets older, it gets reformed. It's a gradual process. It happens. It's bound to happen. Nobody can stop it. Nobody can control it. So we made 21 guns. And guys, this is spot on Spice Bomb, but made much more. The cardamom is amped up here. The cardamom has been amped up, and this is also made by. So this was actually not made as in made from scratch, but slightly tweaked by Sohail Bhai from MD Ayub and Sons. What he did actually, there is a pure cardamom extract he makes by name of Masha. So he has added Masha into the regular Spice Bomb. That is what my analysis. I've tested every attar in his shop, and that is what I could conclude. This is Spice Bomb plus cardamom extract added on top of it, and that is Masha, which Sohail Bhai has made, and that is what made 21 guns. Now these two, as I said, both of them, this one was untouched, 960 grams. This one he had was around like 750 grams left out of a kg. The main part, these both were kept for good 3 years in dark in the aluminum container. So this has actually macerated to this level. Once, I think I'm barely left with 30-40 bottles worth ingredient of this, and maybe similar 30-40 bottles worth ingredient of Spice Bomb as well, 21 guns. Once both are over, we have to reform it, simple as that, because now we can't keep it for 3 years and release the next batch. That is why reformulations happen, guys, because this has been sitting for 3 years. You can't time travel it and come back that this is macerated now. No, that is like, it's natural. You can't control it. It's like how time works. I cannot go back. Same thing works with reformulations. The truth is here. Next is, okay, we'll come back to 2 more designers. Before that, 1 more designer and 3 more niche. Before that, we have one thing we have made for layering. This is a plain bottle. I haven't did the artwork now, so I'm not going to show it. But this is called MonoCult. MonoCult, inspired from, or is an alternative of eccentric molecules O1, which is nothing but ISO E Super. But this one is ISO E Super in perfume extract, perfume concentration, and actually our eccentric molecule actually has some woody elements to it, which comes like a ghost from the back and then run back again. So that is one of a mysterious scent. For some people, they can't sniff it. They can't sniff molecule O1. So because the molecule is like that, every nose, every receptor receives it in a different way. Same way we have made a extract version of eccentric molecule O1, which is called MonoCult. You could use it for layering, and you can boost the performance of any fragrance. Trust me, guys, any fragrance on its own, it's a good fragrance. It's a very light fragrance. If you don't want to smell too heavy today, no beast mode, no manji mode, you put this on, and this will just linger around you. You will get slight hint of woods, spices, mostly woods only. So that is ISO E Super molecule, eccentric molecule O1, 100 ml, costs 6,000. It smells like nothing. So this, people buy it for layering. So we made a layering option for them. This is called MonoCult by Projekt Alternative. So I am not saying it's a niche or a designer, so I got it in between. Next is alternative of artwork is pending, because this requires a lot of thought work. This is called Black Afghano. The name I have kept for this is called Shiva Sutra. What's the inspiration behind Black Afghano? You guys know it, and I've named it Shiva Sutra because before anyone, even before Afghanos, there was Manali, there was Shiva, there was Kailash Parvat, so there was Mansarovar, so there is Shiva Sutra. Simple. Anybody who thinks Black Afghano was the name because maybe the perfumer didn't knew about the whole story that we Indians know, or most of the hippies know, right? So Shiva Sutra, which is alternative of Black Afghano by Nasamato. This one I would say is more closer towards Lorena Nero because this is added spicy elements are there. So this is slightly different, but this is a beast mode performer, literally a beast mode performer. This is more like the older version of Black Afghanos. The newer ones are more synthetic. This smells natural at least, right? Next is called Xandria. This is called Xandria. Right, these are, guys, I've just done these artworks on a mobile app. We'll be probably doing it more professionally going ahead once we launch it. This is called Xandria by Projekt Alternative, and as the name says, no much thought process in it. It's alternative of Alexandria 2 by Georgioff. It's a oud based scent, but at the same time Georgioff make the best citruses. This is with slight touch of oud to it, and very uplifting, very niche kind of. You would not find anything similar to it. So Georgioff made Alexandria as one of their oud offering, which was limited edition. They costed a bomb, and then they made Alexandria 2, which was a similar thing but made more basically more into by the manufacturing point of view, so that people could afford it. So 50 ml Alexandria 2 cost 18,000 rupees. 100 ml Alexandria 2 cost 28,000 rupees, and this is alternative of Alexandria 2, which we called Xandria by Projekt Alternative. This would cost almost 999 for 30 ml and 100 ml once we launch 4999 for 100 ml with good presentation. That is more important because this hobby presentation does matter. Next is called 31s and 7s. 31s and 7s. What's the logic behind the name? I'm going to tell you later when we go for the full presentation. Story will unveil. I'll tell you for now, this is inspired from Rose 31 by Le Labo. After Bergamot 22, the most popular Le Labo is Rose 31, and recently it has picked up a lot of hype. So we made this. This actually contains Indian rose and Turkish rose. So this is one of the smoothest rose scents, and it's not too heavy like how Le Labo scents are. They are very comforting around you. They won't choke people around you. So this is very sophisticated rose. It's called 31s and 7s by Projekt Alternative, inspired from Le Labo Rose 31. Next up is my favorite. It's the designer. Its name is Instant Vintage. Why Instant Vintage? Because this is La Instant de Guerlain. La Instant de Guerlain, which all of you know, it's the black rim bottle, the brown rim bottle. It's on. People dream about it. When I'll be able to get a vintage bottle of La Instant de Guerlain. The new one sucks. New one, the bottle have been changed. The scent has been toned down. The whole gourmand vibe is missing. It's more citrus and patchouli than more gourmand. So what we did, we found the basic La Instant new version of it. What we did, there were two things added to it: coffee and patchouli. So we added we amped up the dose of coffee to it and amped up dose of patchouli to it in the base. And what we got was boom. Vintage La Instant de Guerlain, that is called Vintage Instant Vintage. That is alternative of black rim LIDGE. Guys, one of the best gourmands. I mean, you can't go wrong with this one. This one is 95% complete, maybe 5% tweaking is needed on the top, but that is why it's called a promo pack. That is why it's called a test version. You guys buy it, you test it out, you give us the feedback, we're gonna implement it and make it perfect, like how we did for Alexa. Alexa, we did almost more than 70 trials with 3,000 samples. That is called trial, and that is called, you know, more like crowd testing a fragrance testing by the live audience. So that was Instant Vintage. I'm going to tell you more names which we are planning to do. One of them is Santal, Le Labo Santal 21 probably, that's it. Then we are planning to do Carnal Power, that is inspired from Frederic Malle Carnal Power. Then we'll be doing some regular ones which more of you are looking for. We are doing Tom Ford Oud Wood, we are doing Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, we are doing Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, and we are doing one of the most underrated Tom Fords of all time, that is Tobacco Oud as well. I have got the first draft names of them, but Probably in a week's time we'll be in a better position to showcase them. For now, these all 30 ml samplers with this particular artwork. I'm not spending a lot on the promo packs right now, but yeah, the final presentation is going to be kick ass like Alexa, right? So these all are available on smellalike.in, perfumery.co.in, and unbox.in, and perfumery.ae for international orders for $999 or around $20-25 for international. I haven't decided the price because we are still negotiating on logistics. These all will be made in Dubai. We have kept the manufacturing centralized in Dubai so that we can ship across the world, because if we are making something good in India, the entire world should know about it, right guys? It's Mohit from Projekt Perfumery India. Check out smellalike.in. We have made collection of all the smell alike scents available, and this is going to be one project which will fill the gap. The scents which are never being made, never an alternative was made of it. We are not using that word anymore. We have banned the word clone. So last time I'm gonna say it. So if any perfume's clone is not available, we're gonna make an alternative of it under Projekt Alternative. So if you have a scent like this in your mind, I'm putting second link in the description. Click on that link, fill up what you're looking for. Maybe somebody else might be looking for it as well. So if we have like good traction on it, we'll do our best and get it done. That's a promise, guys. And this would be more of a mass driven project. We'll be doing a lot of social activities. We'll be doing a lot of social testing. So if you buy 3-4 bottles of Projekt Alternative, we're gonna put you automatically in the follower or the patron list. Not Patreon, the patron list, that you are the supporter, and we're gonna include you in our mass testing process. The only way we would be deciding on fragrances by the sending samples. So once you are on board and you are at the higher tier, what we'll be doing, we'll be sending you samples almost once a week, almost, and you don't need to buy anything for it. We have tied up with a local partner as a document. We're going to put it in an envelope and send it to you. It's not going to cost us anything for shipping, at least, because we'll be putting India Post tickets on it. But yeah, sample, that's actually our cost of testing. I've been into QC, QA in IT. I've been into software testing for good 10 years. So those concepts and my passion in my current vocation, that's the perfumes, I'm just putting them together. We're gonna test the fragrance with you guys. Once you are a follower, once you are a loyalist of Projekt Alternative, we're gonna automatically put you on that list. Every week we're gonna send out some samples and a feedback form or a feedback link. Only thing mandatory would be you come back and fill the form. The moment you miss it, you're off the list. Simple. The whole process is for getting the reviews right. Guys, bye. Mohit from Projekt Alternative. I can keep on talking about this topic because I'm working from it from quite a long time, and this is gonna be massive. We're gonna do something good. We're not gonna make these decants like this, but these are the promo packs. We're gonna be making something like this. Alexa, right? I think 2019's first release with us or in India, and this has got good response, guys. I keep my finger crossed, waiting for the feedback. We have shipped out around 160 bottles in last 2 days, all pre-booked, and I'm waiting for the feedbacks, guys. See ya.